6 months on, the Gaza war is not over. A wider Middle East war threatens. This could get worse. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Jerusalem.
Mohamed Taha joins me in the studio from BBC Arabic. And as you and I are well aware, it's been 6 months. So we've had the pleasure of you sitting with us here in the studio for 6 months now, updating us on what's going on. So let's talk about the talks, the peace talks. If you look at one side, the Arabic side, they're saying it's positive progress. We're not hearing anything from the Israeli side. What do you know?
Indeed. What happened now that both delegations, Hamas delegation and the Israeli delegation, left Cairo already, so this could be an indication of a deal reached, as the local media is saying in Egypt that they went back to discuss the final touches on this deal, or it could be another failure. And I think in the coming hours we will know if that leaving Cairo is a failure or a deal that reached already in exchanging hostages. Again, the four main points in the discussion were returning, making the refugees return to their homes, the presence of the Israeli military in Gaza, how many hostages and prisoners will be exchanged, and the permanent ceasefire.
Do you think the events of last week perhaps changed, of course, the pressure on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, i.e. what they called a dreadful mistake, the killing of the Western aid workers in northern Gaza, but also all the protests that we've been seeing in parts of Israel about his leadership and how he's conducting this war?
Of course, these points are turning points. The killing of the aid workers was a turning point, and the mounting pressures inside on Benjamin Netanyahu to seal a deal. But the most important pressure is coming from the United States, that is leading the talks at the moment and very, very keen to make this exchange deal happen.
Before we let you go, what is the latest on the fighting? Because, of course, we've heard that IDF have pretty much left Khan Yunis, but they're saying they're regrouping now and their focus is Rafah. Yeah,
all people in Gaza are looking forward to spend Eid Day tomorrow or after tomorrow in peace. But yes, the Israeli military left Khan Yunis, but they bombed Khan Yunis just 1 hour ago when they realized that the refugees are coming back to their homes. They do not want the refugees to come back without a deal with Hamas. And the two fronts that we are looking for at the moment of military escalation is Rafah, as Israel is very keen to eliminate the Hamas battalions in Rafah, and in southern Lebanon, where an exchange between the two parties happening all the time. We saw deaths on the southern Lebanon overnight, and deaths also in Rafah, and unless a deal will be reached, these two operations would happen.
Okay. Mohamed, as ever, thank you for your input. Mohamed Taha there from BBC Arabic. Let's now move on to this story. The BBC has found that in recent weeks, hundreds of Muslim ethnic minority Rohingyas have been conscripted to fight for the embattled military junta.